Well, I appreciate everybody being here. RealKey is a mortgage technology company. So before I get started, maybe give you a little bit of background on why I'm doing what I'm doing. I was the #1 mortgage originator in the US for 2 straight years. Basically means I've done more mortgages than anybody else. What's unique about that is that I'm one of only 4 people who has been licensed in all 50 states. So I got the reputation if I couldn't do a loan, nobody could do it. You'd always call me for your loans that got canceled, denied, or you just need it done really quickly. My last startup, Syndio, was my second successful exit. And that was an online mortgage brokerage that raised about $50 million before getting acquired back in 2017. So when I tell you guys buying a house, getting a mortgage is a very time-consuming and painful process, you hopefully believe me. The biggest problem is actually for the loan originator, the person who's at the center of the process. They have so many different individuals that they need to keep track of, and all the documentation and everybody on different systems. So they spend their entire day calling, emailing. Everybody's getting frustrated, and they just don't have enough time, money, or experience to unlock their potential. Whether they're a bank or brokerage who may have time or money, they just don't necessarily know how to go through and solve for this. We did a lot of research around this with Stratmore Group and the Mortgage Banker Association to find out what was affecting net promoter scores, the likelihood to repeat business, and found that it was the 3 biggest things were providing a checklist of some sort that would allow you to have expectations, to go through and to give a centralized repository so you weren't asking for the same thing twice, and then to make sure that when problems arose, you're able to solve them quickly. We looked at the systems that were out there today, the loan origination systems, where all the mortgages are done on, where they take your application, run credit, send out disclosures, legal documents, and we found that they did not identify the right documents that were required. You could literally check off self-employed, and it doesn't tell you what to do or what to ask for. It also doesn't help get the documentation or to review it. The points of sale, like Rocket Mortgage with Quicken Loans, or Blend Labs, which is likely to be the next unicorn, they push it to the consumer with an apply now button where you're not likely to go through and to fill out all the right information. And they also don't, again, analyze the data. And then the automated underwriting systems, Fannie, Freddie, don't actually do much of anything. So our solution is actually to get the data direct from the sources through API integrations, as well as OCR to upload documents. And we use a conditioning system with built-in underwriting rules and machine learning to intelligently condition and then automatically update, and as well as use a Slack-like chat for communications, stack the file into a perfect book that basically reads by chapters. Income, here's how we calculated it. Here's what's included. This all goes to underwriting to a perfect submission package. This eliminates all of the processing and 90% of the underwriting, the 2 biggest cost centers for mortgages. We're actually a first mover in the space. We actually played nicely with the point of sales, the loan origination systems, and digital validators. We're not trying to do what they're doing, instead we're trying to fill the gaps that they currently have. Our model is actually $99 per month per user. It's free to consumers as well as any third parties, title, escrow, appraisers, and such. We actually launched an experiment back in November of 2017, and within 4 months, we actually were at 945,000 ARR. We had almost 1,000 users at only $20 to $30 cost of acquisition per client, using digital, social media, PR content marketing, as well as going to events. It did help out. We had the National Association of Realtors invest in us, and we were one of 8 out of 1,500 companies they looked at to participate in their accelerator. I've got a great team behind me. People have worked on complex systems, specifically with Oracle and data science. Locke Nguyen was the director of engineering. Alan Tifford, our head of experience design strategy, was Intuit's principal design strategist. And then he was also TurboTax's design lead. And Hayden Kirkpatrick, who will be joining us full time at the end of Q2, is Eastern's head of marketing strategy and innovation. As I mentioned, we were profitable in 2018, something most startups can't say. We're looking to grow quite a bit this year. And then we'll be looking to do a Series A raise to continue to grow. We'll be hitting profitability before we go for that A to be in a point of power during that raise. And then we can go consumer direct marketing, start looking at student loans, auto loans, personal loans, continue to grow the product, which we can get into during due diligence. These are some of the potential exits that we're looking at, whether it's the points of sale, loan origination systems, lenders, real estate companies that are growing their lending division. Zillow, Open Door, and Amazon are actually getting into lending, so they're also very likely acquisition suitors for us. We are currently raising around $1 million. We have already 275 of that. And so please contact me if you have any questions, and I'll just leave this up as some of the awards and recognition while we take questions.
Excellent. Thank you.